Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
You know what they saying, ho?
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
You know what they saying, ho?
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
You know what they saying, ho?
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
Hey, you know what they saying, ho? Hey, you know what they saying, though?
That's good shit. It's probably going to get copyrighted, but you know what? I don't really care. It's such a well-produced song. I know it's, for those of you that aren't political, I don't care. It's very well-produced. Good rhyming, good beats, good mix, good shit. And it's a great theme song. It'll probably get copyrighted. That's why I did it right in the beginning of the show. So I can get cut the fuck out of the motherfucker once the replay airs, so I can get paid because I am doing this for money. How you guys doing? Why do you fuck with me every time I start the show? What are you chewing on? What are you chewing on? Ah, man, this motherfucker. Anyway, how you guys doing? Little YDBTdaily coming at you. So today I want to talk a little bit about the ones that you thought that were knowledgeable. A lot of people are getting into this field. They're getting into the Coyote game. They're getting into the Coyote game, and they're having trouble deciphering who's full of shit, who's not. Now, I'm not going to call out the people that are full of shit. I can tell you who I think is good at what they're doing. I'm going to put them in the crate. Fuck it. Crate time. Crate time. Crate time. Woo! Woo! Yeah, buddy. What? You're in there. Yeah. What? Too much bullshit. Too much bullshit. Do not want to fuck. He bit me good yesterday, so I got to put him in jail. Hashtag free Tony. So, I'm not going to name the people who I think are full of shit. Most of them are full of shit. Like most people that are very vocal, that's the big one, that are very vocal online are full of shit. The ones that criticize everybody, the ones that have time, literally have time to like go in there and go in on people. And I'm just like, really, dude? Like, really? You going to go in on a motherfucker? You don't got time. I don't have time in the day. Justice for Tony. I don't have time in the day to go online and constantly badger people that they're wrong about everything. So I just say, you know what? I let them be. Initially, when I had time, when I had a regular 9 to 5, I'd go home and I'd be on Facebook all fucking day saying, you're full of shit. You're wrong, because I had nothing to lose. Now I do that here and I get paid to do it. Now, if you're getting into the Coyote game, I see people make this mistake all the time. Let's say you know a guy who has a really fast car or builds fast cars. And you go, well, he knows how to build fast cars. So why don't I just take my 15 GT to him, have him tune it? Big name, old school Fox body guys that were trying to get into the Coyote game. People were literally going in there. Well, Alex, this guy is blah, blah, blah. He knows what he's doing. I'm like, do you think if I take my car to John Force, he'd know how to tune my car because he drives a top fuel funny car? Do you think, bear with me, guys. Do you think that if I see Mario Andretti somewhere, I'm like, hey man, you won the Indy 500. I mean, I have a Gen 1 Mustang with a cold air and E85 and LU47s. You could knock that out of the park, right? You're Mario Andretti. No. I've had a lot of people go, I got it tuned by such and such. And then I look up the name and I'm like, that's a Renegade racer from the Fox body days. That's a standalone guy that runs Radial versus the World or X275 or that. If I wanted a guy to build me an RVW car, I'd take it to a guy who races, wins, tunes, and has success in RVW, X275, all that shit. But guys are going, well, he's a racer. That guy knows stuff. He sounds like he knows a lot of stuff. I should just take my shit to him. And then I go, so now let me put you in my shoes. 2011, I get a Mustang. I get in there and I start fucking around with the Mustang. And I'm like, I want to tune. So who's the top dog tuner in 2011? Huh? Come on, guys. Who was the Billy baddest motherfucker out there saying that they're the best, putting out videos? Just look at what we do. We are the fucking baddest motherfuckers. Oh, and I went, oh, those are the people to go to. Those are the people to go to. Bama. Here you go. Here's some money. Got myself a dead rat in the mail. Put the tune in. Runs like shit. And I went, interesting. Hey, what can I do about this? What, do you know what I can, do I have to send you any, I don't know anything. So then I started looking on my own and I'm like, oh, there's data logging. Okay. How do you data log? Shit, I got to buy a laptop. Okay. Went to Best Buy or some shit, bought a laptop. I'm like, do you guys want to see logs? What logs do you want to see? Then their explanation for data logging is pretty stupid. So I'm like, all right. So then they're like, you don't really need logs, man. That tune is vetted. And I go, okay, but it runs badly. So I double checked my install. I double checked everything. And I'm like, it was a stock cold air car with free flowing exhaust. And I thought, well, they're the best. It must be on my end. They're the best. They're the best. Get it? I'm like, can you send me a revision? And I had they had the nerve, knowing what I know now, it sounds totally ridiculous. But in 2011, when they told me, hey, do you want a 93 race tune? I'm like, oh, really? Really? You guys know that Bama is pretty much gone. Like, they don't, like, if they exist in a really low capacity. But we all know they sort of became a joke after a while. Like, oh, Bama tune, it became a joke. And YOLO Douchebag was on them hardcore. Now, I'm not saying they were talking about that they knew the best, but they were the ones that everyone thought was the best. So even when you went on the forums, even when you went on you gotta go to this guy, you gotta go to that guy. So I went there, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Then I got another tune from another tuner that said, oh, put this in, it's gonna be ridiculous. And I was just like, oh, sweet. Car barely ran. So I put up with a shitty running car for like a week, and I said, fuck this. Let me put the stock tune back in it and go from there. In the middle of putting the stock tune in, the fucking device crashed. So not only did someone tell me that device was the best and this tuner was the best, but my device, brand new at the time, crashed, and the tunes I was using were not that great. So a lot of you guys are out there going, I am just navigating a minefield of bullshit. And when I'm at Lund Racing, I talked to Senior at Beeville, I think it's called, in the Texas Mile, and we talked for hours. And he kind of gave me the whole rundown. And you know what we talked about? Old carburetor tuning stuff. And he went, man, this kid kind of knows some stuff, because that's what I grew up with. What I grew up with was A9L, carburetor stuff. I never tuned any Fox body. I was before the Anderson PMS, before Tweaker, before all that shit. I was just basically getting the right tube for the right injector so that it's quote unquote calibrated, turn the fucking distributor left or right, and you hope the fucking thing runs a number. And you take off all the O2s because they don't matter. People are still doing that to this day. To this day, people are taking their O2s off of their Coyotes, and then when we get a data log back, I go, why don't you have the O2 sensor data coming through? Like, what do you need those for? Oh, this is a Fox body guy. Okay, not a problem. So when I got well versed into the Mustang game, I started saying, maybe 3 or 4 people know what the fuck they're talking about. Like, total. Now, when you see a suspension guy talk about tuning, it's like a carpenter talking about welding. My father would always say, you get someone that is an expert at the job to do the job. You know, he would never say, well, you're a good welder. Maybe you could put some drywall up, you know, like really well at a decent price. He goes, you want to get stuff welded? You go to a welder. You want a good carpenter? You want a deck built? You get a guy carpenter or who specializes in deck building. You want someone to build you a house? You get your home builder. You don't get a guy that does some fab work on the side. So the internet is flooded with experts. This is why. Tuners have to explain a lot of things to a lot of people because you guys, for whatever reason, need to know shit. Let's be honest, guys. Y'all don't need to know a fucking thing. All y'all need to do is, if you believe what I say and believe what I tell you, then the tune is good. If you don't believe it, you can get tuned by someone else, or you can tune the car yourself. SCT sells a racer package so that you can tune the car yourself. HP tuners, you can buy an MPVI2. You can buy an MPVI2 or I don't know if the cables are supported anymore, and tune the car yourself, tune to your heart's content. It's not a problem. But if you contracted someone like me, Throttle Racing, to tune your car, and you start questioning what I do, I am at the point where I have afforded myself some pushback, because I'm going to talk to you like a normal ass person. I'm going to say, you contacted me for a tune, and now you're questioning everything I do. So that is what's happening out there. Go, well, I've heard on the forums, Alex, that my Lambda is too lean. Alex, what percentage of E85 is best to have in the car? That question to this day hurts my brain in different ways. What percentage of E85 do you want in the car for E85 tuning? That is like saying, what vanilla flavor do you want this chocolate bar at? Like, I'd really love a chocolate milkshake. Can you get me a vanilla milkshake that tastes like chocolate? Excuse me, what? Yeah, I want a chocolate milkshake, but I want it to be vanilla. So how much chocolate in the vanilla makes it taste like vanilla so I could feel... How much E85 how close to what do you want my E85 to test at? Like 85% would be nice. Oh, well, they only got 75% here. Oh, so that's E75. Wait, what? No, Alex. Come on, Alex. Come on, bro. You think I'm fucking stupid. I own the Fox body, bro. Come on. Trick flow heads, B-cam, and a fucking Edelbrock upper and lower. My E85 is testing at E70. What would you prefer? And I'm like, you don't know a goddamn thing. Like, you don't know. Now, I didn't know. I didn't pop off. I said, let me learn this. Let me see what the fuck are they talking about. Once I learned it, I went, oh, okay. But you got at car meets, forums, Facebook, Instagram, guys saying the just absolute dumbest shit with authority because they said, oh yeah, you know who told me this? Such and such. Then you look up such and such's name and they don't fuck with Coyotes. They don't fuck with the car that they're talking on. They say, well, I run this series of racing and everything that is slower than me is beneath me, so I can talk about it as an authority. Like, you don't need that shit. You don't want to. I had a guy tell me legit his car should run at 14.0 stoic watt. I go, excuse me? Yeah, that car needs to go 14.0 at watt. And I'm like, I'll probably run really good for a second or two. And then they're, no, but that's what my tuner said. Your tuner said to run it at 14.0 AFR at watt? He goes, no, stoic. And I went, oh. So he was just hearing someone that probably fucks with standalones and a VE table. Who the hell knows? And they go, I can't talk on Holley. I can just talk on Holley users, but I can't talk on Holley products. I can't talk. Look at Joe Steele's car. That's tuned with Holley. It rolls the fuck out. Obviously, the guy who's tuning that car knows his shit. But I love the guys that go, well, people will look at Joe Steele's car and go, well, it runs on Holley and it runs sixes. So my 400 horsepower Coyote, I should just put a Holley in it, right? No. Stock operating system is good up until, I don't know, fucking 1,500 horsepower. But people, for whatever reason, go, he has Holley. I need what he has. Oh, now you need a tuner that knows how to fuck with Holley. Hey, it doesn't drive as good as it did stock. Hey, I got to get a cable throttle body. I got to get an IAC valve. I got to get a what? Oh my God, I should have just kept the stock operating system in it. Should I get Motec? Fat House Fab runs 8.6s and 200 miles an hour in the half mile on their GT350. I have a JLT NA S550. Should I get Motec? I think I should get Motec. Yeah, I'm saving up for Motec. Motec. Hey, what the? What is that Lambo, twin turbo Lambo run? Motec. Oh, I want Motec. Your car has a cold air intake. Yeah, but it's better. Sir, I'd like to purchase a Motec system. Oh, how much is it? $14,000? Yeah. Oh, then you got to wire it in. Oh, for your NA car. People literally would, if you say something with enough authority, if you say something with enough conviction, if you say something as if you know what you're talking about, people will believe you. People will just believe you and not even question it. So guys, when you're navigating the minefield of bullshit out there, see if the person that's giving you the information has tuned that car or whatever you're asking about, that they've actually done it, not experienced it through a tuner that they work with, meaning they have tuned it. I see so many fucking people out there that get tuned by someone else, that someone else tells them shit, and they spit it as if it's facts. One guy said, 30 degrees is fine on a 2020 GT500 on the 85. They're low compression. When I heard that 30 degrees is okay on a 2020 GT500 because they're low compression, it didn't come from a tuner's mouth. Because if that came from a tuner's mouth or if it was written or typed down by a tuner, the flame job would be legendary. It was by a YouTuber. And I'm like, wow, he actually said that. He actually typed that to be screenshotted forever. Unbelievable. 30 degrees is okay. Now, if you have a 8-to-1 compression motor at 10 PSI with C16 fuel, not a problem. 10-to-1 compression, pulley to death, making 1,100 horse. Yeah, no. 30 degrees is not your huckleberry. It'll be a problem. Well, why did it blow up? I thought it was safe. It's a Shelby. Carroll Shelby would never sign his name on something that sucks. He put his name on Omnis and Dodge Daytonas. And believe it or not, there was a Shelby Ram truck that he put his name on. Like a Dakota. I think it was a Shelby Dakota. Yes. Don't you? I am never going to let Shelby guys forget that when you talk Shelby, this is also part of your stable. If you have a GT500, a Cobra, anything that you're sucking Carroll Shelby's dick and cupping his balls, you better have one of these in there also. He also had a Shelby Omni. An Omni. Yes, that's right. This is actually kind of a cool car. But hey, GT500 owners, Trinity owners, 07 to 09 GT500 owners, and Guff 7 2010 GT500. Hey, this is like your little cousin. But so even he made some mistakes. So I'm not going to name that many names. I've named Bama because everyone knows that they were the only ones making the big stink about tuning. And then if you find out the background stuff that happened with them, the background stuff, yes, how it branched out, it was Bama, and then it went, and no, before it was Bama, it was something else. It was another thing going on in Ohio and this, over, and the stuff just branched down, and everyone that's branched off of that bullshit is still around today. I can't get into it too much because, it's just going to bore you guys. But boy, I know that 99% of those guys are absolutely full of shit and don't know a goddamn thing. And it's really difficult to take what they're saying seriously, me anyway, knowing that they're full of shit. To this day, I'm never going to forget a guy that told me, supposedly new as shit, that if you have enough rollout, you can go just as fast with a 19 by 9.5 inch wheel than you can with a 1510 or a 1512 275 stretch DOT Pro. And I'm like, interesting. I don't see a lot of 19 inch drag radials on X275 and quicker cars. But the fuck do I know? Maybe technology will come around. Maybe he was ahead of the time, ahead of the curve. So anyway, let's say hi to the people here. I don't mean to talk too long on the YDBT dailies, but talk a little shit. It's fun. Exactly. They don't understand. I'm just willing to break something. Gotta get out. Okay. So we got a bunch of people that saying hi. Isaiah, JD Swag, never let off. Wesley Stewart, X Tank 50 said, stop by to drop a like. I'll catch a replay later. Slow 99, Javi Luna, Clip Clap the Horse, Mike Smith, Abel. Kilometers, Scott N, Jay Beza, Blue 99, Victor Garza, Jermaine G, Agent Orange 302, _302, 508 Josh, Trevor Griffin, Phil, Slow 99, JD Swag the Mod, Paul Monaco, already got Kilometers, Screaming 03, I guess that's a Cobra guy, Screaming 03, FJB, fuck Joe Biden, Eric Vega, Edgar Sanchez, Mr. King, Zach Z, and a bunch of other people. Let's get to Mexico Racing League. Oh no, that's not Mexico Racing League. It's Juan Resendez with the Mexico Racing League logo on that. I'd love to go. I need to get down to Jared Wells in the house too. I need to get down to Brian Luna and Mexico Racing League guys. I want to have a autopreneur episode with them because I'm going to ask Brian Luna so many questions, especially how the purchase of Mexico Racing League came around, because I knew Drew Pritchett owned it back in the day, along with a couple other guys. His wife was super lovely, and another dude who's a Firebird V6 guy. Blows my mind, but whatever. It was interesting to, I'd like to hear the background of how everything happened. 83 Dodge Shelby Charger says, bring your wood screws. GLH goes like hell, some more. Goes like hell, some more. GLHS, goes like hell. Get out of here. Is that what it stood for? Stop it. But we got Tunes for Lions. Lund doesn't offer that. Yeah, people started saying that. They go, well, I bought the Tunes for Life package. I go, no, because every 6 months, it's like a subscription service. You have to re-up for $150 every 6 months. What the fuck? And then when they need something, all of a sudden, they're paying that money real quick. They're not living on the free Tunes for Life bandwagon. Like, whose life? Free tunes for whose life? The cars? Bama? Your life? It's open to interpretation, isn't it? Free tunes for life. Life of what? The car? Interesting. So we got my dough, my God order in. Dude, guys, if you guys look, you gotta, if you guys haven't, I saw some of her stories today, their stories, EPA and all them. The dough, my God cookies, and everyone's just apparently just buying the cookies nonstop. I guess they had a really good weekend last weekend, and I appreciate you guys going in there and helping them out. They're good people. Let me pause this. I guess they had a giveaway because it reached 500 followers. Dough, my God cookies. This one I never got. I never got the Death by Oreo cookie. That is some bullshit. I got the espresso. I got the lemony, zesty, whatever the fuck, and I never got the Death by Oreo cookie. Fuck. God damn it, I need to get me some of that. God damn it, bro. And then what else they got? Look at that. What the fuck? So guys, get in there, make them bake all fucking day, get their kitchen all fucked up, and get fat at the same time. Why the fuck not? Don't forget about the Shelby Series 1 that was GM powered. Stop it. Shelby Series 1? See what I mean? Series 1? Get out of here. Yes! Did it have a North Star V8? An Aurora V8. Oh my God, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. This fucking thing had an Aurora V8. What the fuck? Oh, Alex, but it was ahead of its time. Look at that complete pile of shit. Oh, it's got a Vortex supercharged Aurora V8. This thing is an abortion. This is awful. I guarantee some Shelby owner has this, and he's hoping this motherfucker is going to be worth some money someday. And maybe it is, just because it has a Shelby logo on it. But God damn it, what a toilet, huh? What a fucking toilet that is. Gee. Holy shit, Daniel Green. Fuck. Daniel Green lightly unzips his pants and takes his balls out and shows you his chicken heart and goes, here you go, guys. Here's the chat. Y'all want to fuck around? Here's $500 to Alex. Thank you, sir, so much. I know that you used to support PBH, and I've gotten to bleed off from the PBH support, but thank you. I appreciate you very much. Hopefully your swap project is doing well, and that buys him probably unlimited support for the rest of his life, because every time he hits me up on Facebook, I answer. Why? He pays a brother. Real simple, guys. Hit that like button, says Mr. 855, and Nine Toes Racing says, let's go, Brandon. Hashtag let's go, Brandon. Daniel back at it again. Mexico Racing League says he's here. He's here. I'd like to know the story of how you bought Mexico Racing League. Like, I want to know money, not like the money, like the exact amount, but I'd like to know, like, it was such a smart business move. Just a business move was super smart that I went, man, that's a good idea. Are those cookies national or just Florida? Mendoza's Coyote, they use a U.S. Postal Service. They can ship them motherfuckers everywhere. So if you go to Doh My God Cookies, guys, on Instagram, and you get your orders in, and if you go to dohmygodcookies, I think it's dohmygodcookies.com. Yeah, dohmygodcookies.com. And let me just go to the fucking store. And they're not expensive, guys. They're like $6 each or something. Home cookies. Yeah, they're like $6 each. Look at. What is this? The fat pig? What the fuck's the fat pig? Oh, what the fuck? This is not fair. What the fuck is the fat pig? Oh my God. What is happening? Oh my God, I'm going to come. Oh, get the fat pig. $6, bro. Look at it. They got the Death by Oreo that I never got. They got the s'mores bullshit. Bro, what the? Oh, the campfire's baller, bro. All right, I got to stop. I'm going to get fucking fat. Fatter. Don't forget about Shelby Bicycle Super Gay. Wait a minute. Shelby Bicycle. Could you imagine there is a psychopath somewhere like in North Dakota with a massive warehouse, and he probably has this stupid Pee Wee Herman looking piece of shit, and he's like, yep. Wait a minute. Is such thing as a Shelby Bicycle? Okay, no way Carol Shelby had a bicycle, right? No way he had like an actual bicycle. No way. I think he's being funny. It's like the Lund tonneau cover thing. Like everyone's like, hi, we're here from Lund Racing. And Lund Racing, the people that make the truck tonneau covers or tonneau covers. Sup, brother, does it matter algorithmically when we like the video? Do we have to do it when you're on live or can we do it on the replay? You can do it on the replay. It's a cumulative effect. So if after a week or two, my videos have 500, 600, 700, 1,000 likes, YouTube goes, Jesus, a lot of people like this video. Let's push it. Let's push it. Let's push it. Slam it in gear and send it. That's an odd ass car. I want to order some. Order some. Well, who wants to go in with a for a hundo? Who wants to go in for me for a hundo? Says Joey G. Raise those prices, man. I'm telling you, $6 ain't shit. I would stick them at 10 and let people do a nice even number. $40 for cookies, and it's all about supporting. And then, you know, if y'all want to do a giveaway, but $6 is cheap in my opinion. Got some shit to me in Washington State, and it was fire, says Daniel Arriva. Okay. Enjoyed yesterday's show. Hope you liked Ferris Bueller's video and that you and Keith on IG. So thank you for reminding me. That was very good. So that's a good way of squeezing it in there. So Second Shift Racing went ahead and made a great video. So for those of you, for those of you that don't know Ferris Bueller's Day Off, it's one of those cult following movies. Great movie, but Second Shift Racing did a great thing about yesterday's video.
Hello?
I will fuck you up. I will fuck you up. I will make you believe that manuals are fucking fun. I will fuck you up. I'll put my GT500 on it. Will you put the outlet on it? Would you put outlet versus a GT500 that I can outshift your shit? I bet you won't. I bet you won't put that fucking car up. Grudge racer.
He'll keep calling me. He'll keep calling me until I come over. He'll make me feel guilty. This is ridiculous, okay? I'll go. Shit. God damn it!
I doubt Keith was like that, but it's a funny video to watch. If you go follow Second Shift Racing on Instagram, did a really good job on that video. Good shit. Why do they smell? What do they smell like? You know how they smell like.
Ah, this smells like jelly bean.
Mexico Racing League, come on down. I'll spill the beans, bro. Okay, look, it'll probably be close to Christmas break because it got busy again. It's crazy how it got so fucking busy. But probably over Christmas break, we have a week off, and I'll go out there and I want to do. There's so much shit. On that week off. You know what I'm gonna do? This shit. I'm gonna do a week's worth of content every fucking day. There'll be something that week of Christmas, and I want to see how much money this motherfucking channel makes if I give it 40 hours a week. If I give it 40 hours a week and this channel starts popping, we got to make a decision. I got my car back. Turns out the fuel pump control module was bad. Hopefully the logs look good. Oh, shit, Eliza. And the fueling issue we were fucking experiencing was the fuel pump control module? Boy, I'm going to have to start telling people to get extra fuel pump control modules. Because, damn, I mean, that does make sense why fuel pressure is low. That makes very good sense. Tim Fush. Listen, Tim Fush. That's probably your huckleberry right there, Timothy Fush. Is your fucking fuel pump control module. Because Eliza's had the exact same issues you did. Who made this? I don't know. Second Shift Racing. It's fucking great. It's so good. Alice, I got your back. Turns out the fuel pump control module was bad. Got it. So Tim Fush, hopefully Tim Fush is on this chat. Check your FPDM, fuel pump control module, fuel pump drive module, fuel pump control module, fuel pump drive module, FPDM. That's a good test. Podcasts are the game. All right. Podcast the game right now. Look, you see what Russell Brand is doing. Big numbers, 5+ million followers. Obviously, Joe Rogan is the biggest podcaster around. Makes $200 million on Spotify. I am a car-centric guy, and it is very obvious that when I do a lot of live streams, this channel makes a lot of money. It's plain and simple. It makes a lot of money. Why? You guys watch 300 people a day or so. That's not bad at all. And then you can do that times 4 or 5 days, and then you sprinkle in some content during the week, just like some video standalone stuff. It'll be good. I got Jake's video coming up with the Mamalona. I got my turbo kit going in soon on my Mamalona. I got Jake's wife's car going Gen 3 bottom end, Gen 2 heads, Gen 2 cams. Okay, we'll do that. We got Mikey and his whole situation. I can film almost every day over there. We got Jeremiah's Kansas in the streets again, and we're starting to race again down here because it's getting cold. So that's my plan. Come probably December. Or maybe sooner than that. It all depends on how much time I free up. I still have like 2 weeks vacation left to take. Can we let the cookie people know you recommend them when we order? There is, I think, a code or a comment section. Try YDBT or YDBT for life, or just, I don't know, just say YOLO sent me here, whatever. And they'll be nice enough to be like, they know, look, they know that when they get a spike in orders, it's usually because I mentioned it on my Instagram or here or something like that. I just want them to just eventually get to a place where they're just in cruise control and they're just killing it because his wife is a fucking hard worker. I've never seen her. See, the problem with a woman like that is you got to have a badass house, a badass kitchen to keep her happy. And I ain't about that life. You can get that shit on your own. I'm going to do my car shit. Hey, Alex, is it true that a lot of companies aren't doing shit for Black Friday this year? Supply chain problems? Look, yes, guys. Usually companies do Black Friday so that they can sell a lot of parts that are on the shelf, which usually tells you how much money. I got the ashy elbows, man. I'm like Ashy Larry. Usually it tells you how much companies have in margin on a product, meaning how much money they can discount the part and still make money. So when a blower company says, we will give you 25% off blower kits, you know that any other time, even when it isn't Black Friday, they can afford to take 25% off the blower kit price. So haggle, and fucking haggle. But there isn't enough shit on the shelves for Black Friday stuff to pop off. Like, what is there an abundance of right now? Tell me, what Coyote specific part is in an insane amount? Like, imagine, because it's happening. Imagine you made a good working, good signal over the radiator intake for Gen 2s, for Cobra Jet cars. Let's say you made those, right? And it's actually good and vetted. Why don't you have 150 of them on the shelf? Why don't you have 150 of them on the shelf? Right? We don't know. But then Black Friday, you could say, blow out trumpet dumbass sale. We're gonna blow out the trumpets and we're gonna discount them $275 shipped. You know, you can make the problem is materials demand. There's a supply chain shortage and it's nasty. But you know what would fix supply chain shortages? If shit was made here. But Trump had all that shit going. Y'all were like, he's fucking racist though. He don't like Mexicans. Fuck out of here. Thank God, because I'm a FedEx driver, says Agent Orange. People voted Democrat, asked to shut the country down, took free money, and now want discounts too. Fuck out of here. So I don't know, some guy named P gave me about $100, which is 500. It says la la la, hello from Qatar, because it was about $100. What's a QAR 500? What is that? Copy, paste, because it is 137 United States dollar. It is a Qatari rial. So a Qatari rial equals 137 United States dollars. Thank you, P. I appreciate you. Walla la, la la. Inshallah. Timing my cash crop to pay for my race car habit. Trimming my cash crop to pay for my race car habit. Everything is going to be hard to get. Start shopping for Christmas now. Dude, I am so lucky. I don't got kids. My family could go suck 5 dicks. And it's just me and Tony. So I don't got to buy nothing for no one. Maybe if I got a young lady in my life, I'll be like, hey, here's some dick. Here's some dick. I'll put a bowl around my dick and balls and shave that bitch. I'm like, here you can have this dick. Because it's a present. That's a present, ladies. If this bitch all gets hard, you better take advantage, because they don't get hard all the time. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the right kind of chick. For your Death by Oreo cookie and the $1.99 from before too. I'm ordering some cookies right now while watching the show. They look bomb. They are bomb, guys. They're bomb. Now football season's coming. It's gonna get cold. Get some milk out and fart your ass out with a Death by Oreo cookie. Good time. Someone said 147, Robert Hale. I wonder if there'll be any stock injector hit with dentist drill on Black Friday sale. What parts do you guys need a lot of that you'd love to be discounted? You'd love to have discounted, right? Like, what part do Coyote owners want discounted the most? Headers, right? Headers do make a difference, but quality headers, like an Ultimate header, like an American Racing header. Cold Air is not so much. What else? Wheels? I mean, tires? What parts do you guys need a lot of to be able to say we're discounting this? Like if Beefcake says we're discounting blower kits, we're discounting exhaust setups, suspension parts, Viking shocks, Viking struts, Steeda springs. I mean, like what parts do you guys need? And I wouldn't even know where to begin. That's why the parts game to me is so difficult. PBH has a funny corner in the market where they have literally locked up all the Coyote swap stuff. If you need a Coyote in any vehicle, they have everything in stock. And guess what, guys? Everything Power by the Hour manufacturers is made in the United States. There is no shortage. If they need 500 brackets, they'll have it in a week. If they need anodizing, they'll have that done in a week. If they need bolts, nuts, anything, all of their shit is made in the United States. So while other people are waiting for Chinese parts to show up to their shit so they can assemble their shit as shit and sell you shit, PBH has shit on the shelves because everything is made in Lake Worth or local to Florida, like Northwest Florida. I mean, everything is USA. That's why those guys don't have supply chain shortage issues. There is supposedly a shortage on clutch material for 6R80s. I don't know what Ray Best is or this or that. I don't know. But if there's a shortage on those, boy, you guys better order them shits right now. Just take up all the clutches you can, all the clutch kits. Someone said, I agree with tires. A defeat device. Wheels, tires, and brake pads. Injectors for sure. Tires for sure. Converters. Probably driver mods, but I don't know where you'd be able to buy that. Yesterday, when you covered mixing slicks with radials on the same car, can you explain why the skinny works better? Yes. So, okay. When you have a wide footprint, let's say you have a bias ply tire in the back, and you have a wide footprint front tire. Have you guys ever noticed when you have a wide, let's say a square setup. Let's say you got 285s all the way around, 285, 45, 17s, 285, 40, 19s, right? You notice that when you turn left and right on the steering wheel, it reacts quicker. It reacts a lot quicker because there's more tire physically on the road. So when you have a skinny, there's a lot less tire on the road. So the input, when you steer left and right, is not as severe. The car does not react as severely to the steering wheel input on a skinny than it would a wide front tire. So when you have a slick in the back that's already kind of a little swayy, and you start to correct, your small corrections are now bigger than they would be if you had a skinny. If you had a skinny tire in the front and you start to correct, it is not as a severe correction. And what happens is you usually start to do like this wave shit down the track. How many times have you guys seen a guy grab second, correct, grab third, and now have to correct the other way because he has a wide front tire and a slick in the back or a bias ply tire? Now, the better thing to do overall is to have a skinny bias ply tire and a bias ply tire in the back. If you have a drag radial, guys have a skinny radial in the front and a drag radial in the back. Usually, if you have like a Phoenix bias ply in the front and a bias ply in the back, you don't get that sway back and forth because your footprint is physically smaller and the corrections aren't as severe than they would. They're not as severe with a skinny than they would be with a wider footprint regular front tire. That's the best way I could explain it. Shortage on clutch, I heard the same. Yes, shortage supposedly on clutch materials for 6R80s and 10R80s. So if you have a transmission rebuild business, check in on your boys to see what's going on with clutch material, because I think there's going to be a massive shortage on clutch material for you transmission builders. You'll get excessive sway if you run a radial in the front while having a bias ply in the rear. We already said that yesterday. Cocoa butter for them elbows, bro. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hunter Walker says, was watching the video of the Gen 4 Coyote, and they said what a Ford engineer made a post on having billet oil pump driven by Kevlar belt along with upgraded piston ring. Interesting. Okay. Just ride a wheelie to the finish line. Yee yee. Mendoza's Coyote says, use your discount code. Hopefully it helps you out. Oh, there's a, okay. I forget. Let me see which discount. I don't know if it's still active. So let me go to Oh My God Cookies and see if they have a discount code set up for me. Let me see. You're the best. Oh, YDBT. There you go. So Oh My God Cookies, the code is YDBT and supposedly was 25% off my viewers. I don't know if it's still active. So yeah, this is what they sent me. Copy. I'll paste it here. They said the code, I'll put it on the chat, code YDBT, and it's 25% off of for your viewers. So guys, if you want 25% off the cookie orders, hopefully that discount code is still active and you guys can do your thing. VMP TJ69 tuning well, or look for a TJ67. Okay, I've already talked about the TJ69 a couple of times. You got to understand, guys, if I say something on this channel, it'll adversely affect the business. And I'm not looking to, cause VMP trouble. But the TJ69 has had some difficulties, and it is, in my opinion, having to do with how it's built. So there's a QC problem or something. Now, luckily, VMP has honored a lot of their throttle body issues, and they've, given you good working ones. Now, if you were to say, Alex, today, right now, I want my car to run right now, what should I get? You get a Twin 67 from VMP or a Twin 65 from Ford Racing. I wouldn't opt for the TJ69 yet until they at least say, look, we figured out the bugs, and we'd like for you guys to try it out again. But they're taking care of the customer. It's not like they're fucking the customer. They're definitely taking care of the customer. But the failure rate has been pretty high, in my opinion. So I don't want to withhold that information, because then you guys would say, Alex, you knew there was an issue and then didn't tell us there was an issue. But in the same breath, I can't go out there and be seen as talking badly on a company product that I'm not involved with. All I can say is this. I've seen some of them fail. Just like I've seen Ford Racing monoblades fail, most Whipple 68s fail, most Whipple 132 and 150s fail if you have a gasket behind them. If there's no gasket behind them and just a little Permatex and lightly touch it down, there is no issue. So I've talked about all of them, and I'm trying to give you guys the best information possible. Just talk to VMP and say, look, I've heard a lot of failure rates with this guy. Have you guys revised this? Because in my opinion, what's happening is this. A lot of first batches went out, and then people started circulating bad throttle bodies throughout the automotive industry. This is what happens on Facebook. People sell complete kits, and that's a bad throttle body. And then that guy goes, instead of returning it to the manufacturer so he can fix it and get it out of the circulation, people just sell it and sell it. And so let's say 100 got out there and 100 were bad. Oh no, let's say 100 were sold, 30 were bad. Now, instead of those people returning it to VMP to take them out of circulation so they can fix them, People sold them on Facebook, eBay, Mustang 6G, the forums, and then I'm like, dude, this is acting up. And they're like, well, how many throttle bodies are failing? I actually don't know. It could literally be 4 or 5 or 10 that were circulated throughout the whole Mustang community, and it gives that throttle body a bad rep. But on my end, I can't really go that far into it and say, well, this is what's happening. I'm going to say, this one failed, send it back. This one failed, send it back. I tell everyone when it throws a P2119 with a known file, send it back, get it out of circulation, let them fix it and send you back a new one so that now that throttle body is out of circulation forever. Hopefully they're not sticking that bad one back in a box and reselling that. I hope they're not doing that shit. I don't think they would be. Oh, damn, that's right. Next to my house. I'll be ordering them when I get home in December. Got it. VMP, already got that. Yeah, Robert, the guy made a post, tested it, supposedly 1100 horsepower Ford engineer, posted some photos up of the assembly. Don't know what you're talking about. My stock MT82 survived the season of Paxton 3.3 pulley going twins now. Let's see how it lasts with 20 plus PSI of boost. It's going to be a problem, but we'll see. Hopefully everything goes. Crimson said, you missed my paid. Hey, Alex, Crimson S550 said, I traded my Eco Turd for a 21 GT PP1 last week and have E65 consistent year round where I live. Can I get a dedicated tune or will it be a flex tune? And how much horsepower will it be from just FFE? I don't know how much horsepower to be just FFE. I'm thinking same as Gen 2 and Gen 3 Coyote. But there is no flex tune available yet for the 21 GT. When it becomes available, I think we'll let y'all know. But right now, I think just dedicated fuel tunes are available. So if you can get a consistent mix of E65 year round, and we can tune for E65, I don't think there'll be an issue tuning you for E65 year round. Aldo Shift says, damn, $500 donation. Yeah, man, Daniel Green's about that life. Daniel Green does not fuck around. What's the issues with the TJ69? They just tend to fail safe a little bit. But again, there could be just 30 of them that are in circulation that are being bad. But honestly, if I was going to buy a twin bore throttle body today, it'd be a Ford Racing 65, old VMP TJ67, which I still hope they make. Plain and simple. Not the Whipple 68. The Whipple 68 to me fails way too often. I wouldn't even touch it. And it's a black one. You'll know how it is. It's a Whipple 68 because it's a black one. Plain and simple. Someone said 10 horsepower. I got screwed on a twin 67. It had the throttle stuck all the time. Motor was bad. It was prehistoric, I guess. Yes. Look, not all throttle bodies that are used are in. Look, think about it. Why are they selling them? And how do you prove that they're not bad? It's almost like you got to send it back to VMP and say, can you like rebuild this? Or can you give me a discount on this? Or like, I don't know. Like I have a Kenny Bell 168 at 7,300 RPMs. The throttle just shuts. And I think it's based on harmonics because of the Whipple blower. I have ways of remedying that. We have solutions of remedying that issue. But I'll talk about that on a later episode. I have theories as to what can help that because it seems like once I talked to Jake a bit about the transmission on the GT500. He goes, Alex, I think your clutches are smoked on the transmission. It probably just got really hot, smoked the clutches, and it's just not transferring the power because if the logs look good and the compression looks good, it's more than likely your transmission is being a problem. I said, okay. So he said, Alex, we'll take it apart. I'm very well versed. I know transmission. This is easy shit. And then we'll see what the deal is. And then with my luck, there'll be a clutch issue shortage or clutch material shortage, and I won't be able to do shit for a very long time, but we'll see. Hey, Alex, would you recommend moving to South Florida even with the supply chain and economy issues? Guys, we have a port here in Florida. There is no supply issues that I've seen in Florida. We have a port here in Florida. It is rocking and rolling, and it is open. And Governor DeSantis said the other day, bring your cargo ships to Florida. Forget the Long Beach port. Forget the LA. Come the fuck over here. Go through the Panama Canal. Get your shit over here. Get your shit offloaded. Get it into the American circulation, and things will be good. Shit's open here, man. Shit's open. I don't understand how it would feel living somewhere else, knowing that Florida has been open since like August of 2020. Since August of 2020, that's right, the same year COVID hit, Florida has been open. It is now October of 2021. And I'm sure some states are still with their bullshit. And you see how the coronavirus shit went way down in Florida once they opened up. Yeah, it spiked, but then it went down again. It was like, whatever, we're open, bro. Come on down. Move here. Move here fast because rent's skyrocketing. Rent is skyrocketing. Home prices. It's almost impossible to buy a home right now, guys. You got to come here with 400 cash to get a shack. It's becoming like fucking like the West Coast. Screaming 03 says, I just bought 10 cookies. Discount code doesn't work. Don't care. I've heard too much about these cookies not to try them. I appreciate that. Hopefully they see the discount code being inputted and go, fuck. It's word gotten out. Any new news about the RPM Act? No. But if you guys go to John Jr.'s post on Facebook, he posted something about a guy that got fucked with the EPA on some commercial truck shit, like the dumbest shit. Let me see if I could find it, and I'll find the article. John. With us, no. Like, there's a tuner out there or a company that said that they think that we got hit, meaning, we know Lund Racing got a fine. We have not gotten a fine yet. We are working with everyone we can work with in order to, get on the level, but we're also fighting and trying to pass the RPM Act. As far as I know, the RPM Act has not passed yet. Now, this is something that Junior posted on his Facebook. Oklahoma City business owner pleads guilty to violating the Clean Air Act by tampering with emissions control systems on heavy-duty diesel trucks. Gentleman by the name of James Love, 52 of Oklahoma City, pleaded guilty to single-count felony information, charging with him tampering with a monitoring device and a method required to maintain under the Clean Air Act, announced by Robert J. whatever. By causing the removal of pollution control devices, Love caused diesel trucks to spew pollutants, blah, blah, blah. How much money? Let's talk money. Let's talk turkey. Is there any money? Today, public records reflect, public records. So basically, some dude was fucking with trucks. He probably, oh my God, at sentencing, Love faces up to 2 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Wow. Are you fucking kidding me? Because he took out a DPF delete. Because public records show further fled. Love owned and operated Southwest Diesel Service, heavy duty diesel engine full service garage in Oklahoma City. Love admitted that. Oh my God, bro, he's screwed, man. Poor guy, bro. Probably small business, trying to get by. Didn't think he was doing anything wrong. Now he's facing 2 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Talk about, I mean, motherfuckers are being flown in the middle of the night. They don't even, no papers, no nothing. You can just, if you were desperate and you lived in a third world country, you would do whatever it took, right, to get here because you know you're going to get taken care of. You know you're going to get taken care of, right? Those people are knowingly breaking the law, knowingly coming here. And just, what do? We fly them and fucking put them up next to an IHOP and then live life and things are good. They pop out 3 or 4 kids. They hang out. They're good. It's all good. Look. I grew up in the Hispanic community, and that shit happened all the fucking time. Did I think it was good? No. Did I think it was normal? No. Did I think it was right? Fuck no. And I grew up around all that bullshit. I'm like, bro, some guy just trying to operate a little shop, $250,000, 2 years in prison. Bro, fuck that. $250,000 for DEF delete. Shaking my head, says JD Swag. Alex, have you heard of town in California? Gas price is $7.50 a gallon, and what them motherfuckers coming to Texas and Florida? You're gonna start to Austin, Dallas, Houston, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, the North, Tampa, Jacksonville. Californians are moving here, and you see their license plate. You see, I'm like, uh-oh. And they come with their bullshit. And they start changing the area to more of their liking. More progressive. We should do this. We should do that. And then it goes to shit all over again. If you're leaving California, you better start learning to wear some boots. Listen to country music. Put some, you're going to have to conform. Because obviously where you're leaving, you fucked it up. You're the guy who voted. Yeah, you fucked it up. And now you're leaving that motherfucker and you're going somewhere else that's better and you're going to start voting the same way you did in California. Stop it. Austin's a great example. I told Shirley to stay in his lane, says Cuban Coyote. By the way, Cuban, What's going on with you and Rudy? Because I'm hip to the game. So Rudy does not want to race you unless it's the 8th mile. Is that right? Is that what I got going on? Rudy does not want to race you unless it's 8th mile only. Do I have that right? Matt 12MT says they're like a virus. They spread everywhere and they just fuck up their area, move to another area that's nice and green, and they fuck it up all over again. Alice, I'm looking to source a spare MTD2. You have any idea where's a good place to look? A spare, like a stock spare? No. And honestly, most cores are bought out by people that rebuild them, like Ben Calmer. So usually cores are gone. John DiNapoli, you can't argue with crazy. They'll still vote blue. You can sit there and stare and in the... Wait, what'd you move here? Oh, California got too fucked up. Too many homeless people. Too many people pissing and shitting in parks. And, fucking just shooting up right in front of my house. I had to get out of there. And I bought this really nice place for $700,000 cash because that's what my 1-bedroom shack was sold for in California. So I come here and I don't really like all these big, tall trucks and their yee wheels and the smoke coming out of there. I want to be able to smell some clean air. Shut up. You moved somewhere. You moved from California because of what was happening over there. Now you want to change the place you moved to? Fuck that. You know what I did when I went to Houston? I said, I'm not living here. I don't like it here. I didn't try to change the motherfucker. I didn't try to change the people. I just left. Bye-bye. Came here. Boom. I belong here. This is home. Daniel Green says emissions should be up to the states and not the federal government. 100% Daniel Green. And why does the EPA raid your shit with guns? Since when can the EPA agents carry guns? Trackhawks always want an 8th mile. Why? Okay. 8th mile cars to me are Billy Badass, where they can go like 150, 130, 140 in the 8th. Actually more, 140. Because if you back half 30, that's like 170. If you back half 40, that's 180. If you're not a 4-second car in the 8th, sit down, run a quarter, run 1,000, run 1,000, right? If you're not a 4-second car to the 8th, run a quarter, especially on the street. Fuck. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna do 60-foot races next? I'll race you to the 60. Wait, excuse me? Yeah. 8th mile's gay shit. 60. Give me a hit. Give me a car. Give me a car. Imagine building a car in the garage and you're talking all that shit online. Anyone can get it. Come on, let's get it. Let's go. Let's meet up at the spot. Anyone can get it. Yeah. Then you show up to the spot. What's up, man? And then you say, hey, give me the hit. Wait a minute. You were popping off on everything, saying that your shit's the best. Now you want the hit? Now you want space? Now you want a car length? Bro, that is some bullshit. Head the fuck up. Black Lives Matter. Someone says scary, crazy man. Triangle Speed set record for mod motor. It's a sweet ride. Okay, cool. California sucks for truck drivers also. They have a lot of different rules. Michael Merck says only one way to make it stop. Anything government does at the threat of violence is everything. Everything the government does is at the threat of violence. Exactly. The EPA is a regulatory commission. Why the fuck do your agents have guns? Why the fuck do your agents have guns if you're a regulatory commission? Fuck out of here, bro. Wait, you wanted to race stoplight to stoplight with a Mach-E? Michael Merck. I'm sorry. What if one stoplight is a quarter mile away from the next? These guys aren't racing stoplight to stoplight. Michael Merck, the guy who checks my pecs out all the time. Queer ass motherfucker. Always saying how good I look. 30 roll to 60. 30 roll to 60. New York is basically California's little brother who are just trying to copy them to look cool. Let's race for 3 pinks. Let's race to the tree for pinks. 16th mile, 2 cars and the hit. Told you. 8th mile is for pro mods and people trying to run game. Who the hell builds a half a race car to run a half track? Desert 1320. Bro, it's a mid to high 9-second SUV trying to race 8th mile. I don't know him. I just know that I saw it on Instagram. So if you're a 9-second car, you race a quarter. You race a quarter. I'm sorry. Race a quarter. If you're a Fox body, nitrous Fox body, that's a 4-second car in the eighth, 7-second car maybe to the quarter, I understand why you don't want to run it out the back going 200 miles an hour. I understand why you don't want to be on a street with little tiny brakes on a sketch road, not wanting to go $190 to 200 miles an hour. I get it. But if you're a 9.6, 9.7, 140 mile an hour motherfucker, what are you going to go, 120 to the eighth? You can't stop from $120? You can, I went to the eighth because I don't want, you don't want to what? It's 110 mile an hour fucking, what is it? I'm trying to find a time slip, a mid 9-second time slip. What do mid 9-second cars run in the eighth? 110 mile an hour? 115? The EPA has more gun rights than America law-abiding citizens. Coyote and Coyote says, Rudy called me out in a group chat, and I was minding my own business. I'll got that blower nitrous, all-wheel drive SUV. He will race 661 to the quarter, but not me. Oh, I get it. I mean, look, that's his race. Look, I understand if he wants to race his race, but at least 1,000 feet. At least 1,000 feet. 3/8 of a mile, give me the quarter. I just want 1,000 feet. I wouldn't want to make the gap so bad for him. Oh shit. Okay. Look, I don't know what Rudy runs. I don't know if Rudy, I just see him on the videos. But I think you should run 1,000. That's a nice, happy medium. Anything can happen. He is not gonna have traction issues. It's an all-wheel drive SUV, right? So why not run it out to 1,000 feet? Because if you get beat by Cuban, you get beat by a faster car, period. But if Cuban has any traction issues, Rudy got you covered. So in my opinion, that's a good race for Rudy. That's a really good race for Rudy and a good race for Cuban. I think it's a good race for both because Cuban, if he spins a little, has time to recover. But if both have grip, I think Cuban has him covered by a lot. But let's say Cuban fucks up. Let's say Cuban spins a little bit. Let's say the prep isn't as good. Let's say country isn't available and you can't prep your lane. Then what? So where's the EPA find? See where the EPA find jegs? I heard they find jegs. I don't know if they find Summit. I don't know if they fucked with American Muscle. I have no idea, but I understand, I understand what they're trying to do. Oh man, I'm late. I've been here for a long time. Hey Alex, my Twin 69 definitely stay open for a second after I let off before sending it to VMP. You think swapping for the OEM throttle body motor a good idea? No, let VMP figure it out. And sometimes on automatic Gen 2s, you let off the gas, it'll feel like it's still accelerating for a little bit because it's upshifting. So make sure it's not that. Rudy doesn't pay. He always, okay. I don't know. Rudy's probably a nice guy. I'm not going to fuck with him. Que onda, says Ezekiel Palacios. Since Buddy's Trackhawks runs 9.8 and does 107-ish in the eighth. Okay. So you can't slow down from 107. The whole reason is because it accelerates really well and it'll give the opponent less time to recover. But Cuban's car is not an 8th mile car. Cuban's car is a full weight S550 turbo car. So in my opinion, if you call out somebody, you got to call them out and then come to a happy medium. Imagine me calling somebody out. Hey, and I know what he's got. I know he's got a 400. I know he's got a turbo, and I know he's got a full weight S550. And then I say 8th only. And then he says, no, 1,000. And I say, no. Well, I called him out. He didn't call me out. I called him out. So if I called him out and he says, bet, let's do it to 1,000. And I say, fuck no. What are you going to do? Imagine you don't want to use Lund because Alex said that about Biden boaters. Insane. People are so soft. Oh, dude, people. I had a guy. Oh, baby. A company complained about me because of something I posted on a comment section on my channel that I run on my off time. A company complained to Lund, and I didn't say anything negative about said company. I said I just don't rep them. I'd rather you go blah, blah, blah. I didn't say they fucking suck, fuck them. I never said that. But sure enough, I have to hear how a company, one day they're going to get called out. But not until I'm out of this industry. The day I'm out of this industry, I got a list I'm going to go through that list, take out a piece of paper, get my bifocals out because I'll be old by then and go, this is what this company did to me. This is what this guy did to me. Oh, bro, I got it all. I got it all. But imagine if I say something about Biden voters, someone will go online and say, I can't believe Lund hires this clown. I can't believe Lund. And I'm like, what the fuck does Lund have to do with this channel? I rep them because they're the company I work for and tune for. But this channel has nothing to do in terms of like, I had this channel before Lund Racing. Did you guys know I had this channel 5 years before I worked for Lund Racing? And I'll have it for the rest of my life after. But no, you guys think that they have control of what I say on this channel. Guys, understand this. If Lund Racing decides to fire me tomorrow because you guys want me gone, that's just going to make it worse for you guys. I now have to protect nobody. I now can just let it loose. So be really careful of what you ask for. Imagine you want me gone from Lund Racing. Do you think that'll bring my popularity up or down? If I am now not filtered by anything. Oof, be smart. Be smart of what you ask for, because if you get it, there are unintended consequences that come with that, bro. Be smart. You don't want me gone from this industry. Me at Lund Racing keeps me less controversial because, you know, I got to look out. I got to look out for the company. I can't say some crazy off the wall shit, but I can say Biden voters can suck a fat dick. The fattest dick. The fattest dick. No, it's not. It's not that company, Mike's Garage. The ATF is the EPA of the world, the gun world. Had a customer give me a bad review for being honest, said Rich 50. I bet Senior sees them emails about you and just sits back and laughs. He's great because he knows that it's better to have me than to not. Let's think about it. It's better to have me in the company than not, right? I'm really good at what I do. I'm reliable as shit. Guys, I left here at 3 a.m, went to Lund Racing, worked till 3 p.m., went to the rental, drove back from the rental, a 23-hour day. Why? Because I didn't want to miss work. Who the fuck does that? Tell me another employee that does that. Tell me. Any employee for any other company that does that shit. Because I didn't want to miss work. I didn't want to be buried in the list by Friday. And I got caught up the next day. I got caught up. I was so happy I got caught up. So Lund goes, God damn it, Alex, you're crazy. Well, think about it. I left at 3 a.m. to get here at 7:30 or 8 to work, to then do the rental, and then came back so I can work the next day on regular time. And they were like, shout out to you, brother. Who the fuck does that? Who do you know does that shit anymore? Nobody. Throwback, motherfucker. Loose lip shink ships. Hey, Alex, if it turns out that you can't sell the GT500, would you ever consider going with a twin turbo setup or a turbo, or is that a pain in the ass to tune? It's not a pain in the ass to tune. I'd probably go manual before I went to a turbo in that car. The record, quote unquote record for stick shift GT500 is 850. Billet Pro Shops did it back in the day with their 07 or 09 GT500. I think the 07. So Billet Pro Shops has the record of 850, 160 something. So I'd probably shoot for that, just to have a micro record under my belt. Free agent Alex. Let's go. Fuck Joe Biden says, bring your wood screws. Let's go, Brandon. I do that, foo. Okay, X und devil dog. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here. We have 247 likes, 200 or 300 watchers. I really appreciate the amount of people that get on, hit the like button, and watch the channel and make it grow. I appreciate that very much. So I will try to get you as much content as possible. Tomorrow, Friday, I might be on again because I missed Monday and Tuesday, and I want to give you guys content, and I want to make more and more money. Shout out to the people that donated today, and I'll name them by name. We got Mr. 855, Nine Toes Racing, saying, let's go, Brandon. Daniel Green dropping the $500. Appreciate you very much, brother. You're all right, man. I know you don't have to do that shit, but I appreciate it. Mendoza's Coyote. Matthew Wooner. We got P. Says, gave me $137 from Qatar. Mendoza's Coyote again. Crimson S550. Cuban Coyote. Matt 2011 GT. And SoCal Bronco says, CA is a joke. I'm a longshoreman in LA, Long Beach, so I'm stuck here. Understood. All right, guys, I'll be on tomorrow. Gonna get on, talk some shit with you guys, and then I might be on later tonight on that dating channel. So if you want to talk some dating stuff, that dating channel tonight, probably 9 p.m. because I just want to give you guys a show. We're not going to talk about Don John for those of you that are wondering, but I want to just give you updates on what's going on, a couple things that went on for the other channel. So if you're not a member of that dating channel, it's literally called that. Go there, subscribe. I'll be on live tonight, 9 o'clock or so, talk a little shit about dating stuff and just regular bro talk, and you guys will enjoy it, I guaranteed. Have a good one, guys. See you.